right, everyone, in this video, we've looked in detail at Chaturanga and Upward Dog and all the other poses that make up the sun salutations. I want to talk to you about something really important that people ask me a lot about. Where do I place the hands and the feet in Upward Dog? And what I want to tell you about this off the top is most people get the cart before the horse. Again, most people's concept of alignment is about aesthetics and not function. And we teach yoga in a one-size-fits-all style. But what Blissology Yoga alignment courses like this and Align Your Yoga, Align Your Life are about is about empowering you to make the poses fit you and not that you have to fit the pose. Okay, so what are we saying about this? What do we remember about Upward Dog? It's kind of simple. Do you remember me talking about how some people's joints of the spine are smaller? And if your joints of the spine are smaller, then you can bend backwards more in the lower back and not pinch the back. You won't come to your compressive place so much. If the joints of the spine are bigger, then just a little bit of bending back or even different shapes will make you hit your compressive point. So the important thing here is we're going to talk span, like a bridge. Span between the hands and the feet in Upward Dog. Okay, so if you have one of those backs that has smaller joints, or you're just more mobile for whatever reason, and you can do a bigger arc in the back, then you can have your hands closer to your feet. The closer your feet are, let's say, to your hands, the more it's going to make you to go into a deeper V back bend. The further back my feet go to a degree means that I can more elongate that curve. So if my feet go closer, it's forcing me to go into more of a V shape. And if my feet go back a little bit further, then it allows me to elongate the curve, so I'm more like an elongated kind of curve. Now, that's true only to a point. Just know if I go back too far, then I start to have too much span and I sag. Okay, so I'm going to find that sweet spot. So how close do the feet get to the hands? Most people are taught that you must go into like a 90-degree chaturanga and then come forward into an upward dog. And to most people, that's going to feel in your lower back, like as you do upward dog, that someone has their feet in your lower back and they're pressing you forward. And you're just getting pressed forward here because the span is too close. So my tip, again, with the cart before the horse idea, is not to let the position of your chaturanga dictate where your upward dog goes. Do it the other way around. Find where you like your upward dog. So let's say this is like, if I go this deep, then that's my point of compression. So if I reverse it, then my chaturanga is going to be way out here. If I like this span between my hands and my feet in upward dog, then I can reverse, and there's my chaturanga place. So find where you like your upward dog and then reverse engineer back to your chaturanga place. Now that brings up an interesting point, because there's a couple of ways to flip the feet. One, and what's mostly taught, and I think eventually where you want to go, is to flip from the toe mounds onto the tops of the feet and send your chest forward. But I want to give you two more options that will help you customize the show for you. One is to lower down, and again, remember we talked about how you don't have to lower down all the way. You don't have to come all the way here. So I can just stay here, and I can just flip one foot, other foot, upward dog. Did you catch it? So option one was to roll from the toe mounds to the top of the feet. But option two I just offered was to flip 1 foot, 2 foot, and then come into upward dog. There's other options besides this, but the three main ones. The third option for you if you feel that when you go into Chaturanga you get pushed too far forward into a span between the hands and the feet that makes you have to bend back too much, then watch as I lower down. Now watch my feet. I spin this way. Watch what I do is I kind of slip. See how I slip back? And then I turn my feet. And so you can kind of, I'll show you one more time. Watch. So instead of just pressing my forward from here, I slide from my hands back to my feet, find that perfect span. Do you see I slip back an inch or two? And then I flip my feet. So there's ways of scaling this mountain and making the pose exactly the shape for you. So I hope that's helpful. As this whole course is about, I'll say it one more time, is to make sure that you fit the pose and you're not trying to fit into shapes that aren't you and stick square pegs into round holes. I want this practice to be enjoyable and joyous, and I hope this is helpful. Peace.